Oh, 17 seconds. I better go in the basement and make some more room. Alright, I better show you what I'm doing. Changing the axle. Junk. Well, fix her up. Alright, I made some space, went in the basement, warmed up my hands. I wanted to show you something before I continue my disassembly of that stupid C-clip. It's an external contracting C-clip, and it's right there. And it's such a bugger to get to. You buy a whole bunch of screwdrivers and you stick them in there and you try to pick it out for 15 minutes. And whoa! If they were smart, they'd have a little hole there to push it through, and then you can grab it. But anyways, what do we got here? Hang on. Hang on, I'm setting up my little tripod. Look at this. Loose. See that? Not in and out, but side to side. So I'm going to pull this apart, and on this side, the nut gets tight if it's missing that little pin that locks those little plates to the pin, to the nuts. But I wonder why it's loose. So, oh boy, yucky. There it is. Worn locker. Rusted. That's how it goes, right there. Then we get this special socket. Remember that chisel from yesterday? Of course, my videos are always a day behind. Today is Wednesday, 4 o'clock. Broken. Here's a special socket. I don't know why Fast Fred in France, why his uses a different socket, but somebody figured it out. That's supposed to be tight, but it only holds the locker tight, the locking nut. It's the inner nut that tensions the bearing, and that should be tight and then loosen back one tooth, I think. Alright, we'll keep you posted. 22 seconds video left. I gotta go back in the basement. Alright, with my 32 seconds, I found out why that washer is not coming off and why this is so loose. Not why it's loose, but my washer that's supposed to be indexed to the notch on the very top is off by about 20 degrees. I don't know why that is, but I'm going to have to grab it with a couple of needle nose vice grips and yank it out after I make more room on this memory macro. Trust me, it's not indexed properly. Darn, darn, darn. Alright, I deleted a couple more videos and I found a Corvair one in the upstairs of the museum that I forgot to post. But what I've been doing here is hammering. Whoop! There we go. What a great tripod. Alright, I've been hammering on this vice grip to turn the washer back into its indexed notch. I don't know why it wasn't in its index notch, but there it is. And the index notch is right on the top. Right on the very top. And this locks into a pin that's on the... that's on this nut below. And that nut is supposed to be almost tight, and it's not. It's supposed to be just snugged or a bit loose. Oh yeah. Half a turn. Dum-dee-dum-dum. This one locks the bearing in place. The next washer with the holes engages a little dimple. I'll come back in a second. I'm almost out of battery. That wasn't too bad. I tapped in a grand total of 30 seconds compared to the MixMatch where it was 10 minutes. This thing came right off because it's not rusted. Little bearings in there. I know, dead battery lights flashing. And here's one half of the axle. It won't even come out.
Swamp is an absolutely uncanny place. It's neither sea nor land. There are these mangrove tunnels.
Yeah, but only in half.
Something out of Dante.
Sure, actually, a buddy of mine with a Bronco 2, an older one from the 80s, welded the caps back together because he couldn't get an axle. Can't get it out because it's mangled. Got to cut it, I suppose. I'll get it out. I'm trying to make a video here.
Hey, I got to have somebody move that snow pile.
Yeah, really, it better be a 1-ton truck. That's a big-ass snow pile. So I'm going to cut the remainder of my axle off. Then I'll weld it back together. Yeah, right. Yeah, well, I should have this thing done. Of course, there's no rust on this T-Rock, so it's going well. Where'd I put my goggles? All right. Crank this baby up. There's the grinder. And I hope the cord doesn't wrap around. There we go. Cut the axle. Cut her off! There she blows. Junk. I wrecked it. And the other half.
Goes to the stage where they want a horse, horses, and dolphins, and unicorns. These are all native land creatures, gateway animals, the other world. They help us imagine.
There it is.
Wonderful. The way
Junk. Oh, I got oil in there at least. Ooh. Yuck. That's not too pretty. Junk. There you go. One MixMatch axle. Oh, those seals look to be in good shape. I'll grease it. It's got a grease fitting. And slip her back in and get this piece of junk out of here. I keep saying I'm not going to make any more videos, but here I am. Zip her on. Oops. Got to keep remembering to look at the camera. Make sure I'm focusing on the right thing, not over there like that. Oops. Oop, I forgot one nut.
No one is going to look at me and say, these school systems can't.
Amazing what a little $100 camera will do, huh? Gotta love YouTube. Keep the camera on the job. Don't shake it. Slow movements. Don't be doing like this and showing all kinds of stuff that people can't see. Something else that's kind of important is when you're looking at something, hold the camera steady so people that watch the video can see what it is you're trying to show. Hope I'm not forgetting any parts. Torque wrench. I don't need no stinking torque wrench. There. That's about right. We'll clean off this. Hope that threads. Boy. Anyhow. I got a thread cleaner. Maybe I'll try that. Some thread files. I can't stand that salt. Oh! Thread files. These are square gizmos. Yeah. Got files? Gotta just find one that has the right pitch. There's metric and not metric. Find the right one and you just gently roll it over the surface. Like this. Takes the burrs off. I'll figure it out. The rotor's back on. And now I'm going to go in the basement. Chevrolet! Wow, they're talking about surgery on fetuses. to correct spina bifida. Wow. Before the 26th week of pregnancy. That's 6 months, being 52 weeks in the year. Oh, the basement. All the batteries. Mr. Napa Corvair was here to visit me, and he was trying to figure out where the batteries were. Right there. All 13 of them. Let's see. How's my bearing doing that I dropped in the snow? I got it here on the toaster oven. This is my clean room. I'll clean off these needle nose pliers a bit. There's a rag right there. Got a boot. There we go. Nice and stinky. Well, there's one of the threads. Alright, I'll slip it back together. Battery tray. Don't drop it again. And I went through my pile of nuts, and I found one that had a broken off pin. See that pin sticking out? That pin holds the lock washer in place. Time to put it together. Alright, I'm kind of rushing now. I got that nut installed over the dimpled washer, so everything is indexed and locked in place. And now I will take the worn manual locking hub gizmo. You turn the knob, these two halves lock together, and that inside axle locks with the outside hub. There. My guy's going to be here any minute, so...
But for Alex Garner...
Junk.
Shower at a local hostel and set off north again.
Oh, Willem Lang.
7 to 10 days.
Cool.
It's a fitting...
Oh, VPR comes in all staticky here.
The Appalachian Mountain Club, whose veteran hospital...
Static. Oh, give me a break.
...become a player in northern Maine. The AMC's Maine Woods Initiative has raised millions...
All right. I'm going to just put the C-clip back in. That rinky-dink C-clip is so hard to remove. I had the time I drill a hole in the hub. Uh-oh. The man here? Nope, that's a monster dump truck. All right, the little C-clip goes back in. And that's it. We're done.